this total collapse of India-Canada diplomatic ties over the last 24 hours has been at breakneck speed. It began in the evening and it has escalated relentlessly over the last 24 hours. After recalling its High Commissioner and other diplomats from Canada, India expelled 6 top Canadian diplomats, including its acting High Commissioner and Deputy High Commissioner from the country. They've got 4 days to leave the country. Canada has now hinted at imposing economic sanctions on India, and they can be clear that reciprocal action will be taken. Canada's foreign minister has said that expulsion of Canadian diplomats in India was a tough measure by India as per the Vienna Convention. It's clear that India will not take Justin Trudeau and his government's provocations lying down with diplomatic ties downgraded. India has drawn the red line for Justin Trudeau. The Canadian charge d'affaires was summoned by New Delhi on Monday evening. Hours later, he too was expelled. But what led to this diplomatic face-off? The trigger was the Trudeau government designating the Indian High Commissioner and other diplomats in Canada's capital as persons of interest in an ongoing investigation in Canada, thereby painting a target on their backs and endangering the lives of Indian diplomats in Canada. Canada claims that the Indian government agents were linked to murders and violent acts and alleged interference in Canada's democratic processes. While Trudeau claimed he had credible proof, the Indian government maintains that no evidence, not a single shred of evidence, has been shared by Canada.
I know the events of the past year and today's revelations have shaken many Canadians, particularly those in the Indo-Canadian and Sikh community. Many of you are angry, upset, frightened. I get that. This shouldn't happen. Canada and India have a long and storied history rooted in people-to-people ties, business and trade. But we cannot abide by what we're seeing right now. Canada fully respects the sovereignty and territorial integrity of India, and we expect the Indian government to do the same for Canada. As Prime Minister, it is my responsibility to provide reassurance to those who are feeling their safety has been compromised, but most importantly, it is my responsibility to take action and to never hesitate in doing what is necessary to protect Canadians. At the end of last week, I highlighted how incredibly important the meeting between our national security advisors in Singapore this weekend was going to be. He told me that he was aware of that meeting. I impressed upon him that it needed to be taken very, very seriously. The response of the Indian government has been to deny, to obfuscate, to attack me personally and the integrity of the Government of Canada and its officials and its police agency.
The NDP are calling for more severe action. You've expelled diplomats, but they're saying sanctions are warranted given the severity of the allegations leveled today. Is the federal government considering sanctions against India? And if it's not sanctions, what other steps are you considering taking?
So today was a really important step. When you look at what is available in our toolbox, expulsing diplomats is one of the highest the highest and the toughest measure that a country can take under the Vienna Convention. For the rest, we'll continue to push India to make sure that they cooperate. We'll continue to engage with our Five Eyes partners. We'll continue to engage with also all our G7 partners, and everything is on the table.
In February 2024, the RCMP created a multidisciplinary team to investigate and coordinate efforts to combat this threat. The team has learned a significant amount of information about the breadth and depth of criminal activity orchestrated by agents of the Government of India. Investigations have revealed that Indian diplomats and consular officials based in Canada leveraged their official position to engage in clandestine activities, such as collecting information for the Government of India, either directly or through their agents, and other individuals who acted voluntarily or through coercion.